A wise man once said, "Birdie, birdie in the sky, why'd you do that in my eye? I won't worry, I won't cry. I'm just glad that cows don't fly." Or rather, C-70 bombs don't fly. However, on this video I'm going to show you some ideas about how you can make your C-70 bombs fly, or anything else for that matter, as far as what you can drop from a helicopter. So now that Ranger has helicopters, and so does Air Raider, there's a lot of options of what you can actually throw from the sky. So let's start with the easiest stuff first. So right to start, the easiest thing to throw is the C-bombs and the impulses. And now that Ranger has impulses and C-bombs, he can easily drop those from his helicopter, which is nice. Another thing that's easy to drop, or not to drop, but to shoot from a helicopter is grenades, or grenade launchers rather. The best thing I've had as far as experience-wise would be the Stampede. It's easy to hit stuff with the Stampede. You can also try some time grenades to actually, or even some non-time grenades as well. But grenade launchers do work. They're a little bit more tricky to line up, but I'll show that in the when I take the vehicles out. Grenades themselves actually the animation was a little bit too long for me to have any success with the grenades. It is possible to do it, but you have to be really falling for a long time in the helicopter so that you have time to throw them. So they're not too good, honestly. Of course, you can use rockets. You can use the laser for the helicopter to line up where you're going to shoot, and then pop out and shoot, and then jump back in the helicopter. But of course, that is definitely more tricky, and you have to have an enemy that's actually in front of you rather than underneath you. So as far as what's easy to throw from helicopters for Air Raider, actually, believe it or not, the bombing plans all work very well. They're probably the easiest thing that he can throw from a helicopter, which is good news because they're actually very useful from the helicopter. It's definitely useful to take a air raid that actually shoots right below you, like behind you and in front of you, such as the KM6X4, because this thing will actually shoot behind you and in front of you like a whole stripe, which is really nice because usually enemies are right below you, so you're going to try and hit the majority of enemies below you. So it's very useful to have a bombing plan like that, like such as for example, the KM6X5 will only shoot 5 strips in front of you, so it's a little bit harder to hit the enemies. So you have to kind of throw it and then fly forward to pull the enemies into it. But it can still work if you mess around with it a little bit. Also, as far as what also is easy to use in a helicopter is also the beacon guns. You can easily either give yourself power, or you can give yourself where are these at? You can give yourself power, or you can give yourself defense. Works pretty well. You just have to. It's a little bit tricky. You have to kind of be driving almost. You want to be driving left, so that you're kind of pushing the helicopter into your body, so it's a little bit easier to hit the vehicle. You can also use your right analog stick and hold right, and then pop out, shoot, and then pop back in while you're holding right on the right analog stick as well, so that you're actually aiming at the helicopter when you pop out for a brief second. But it shoots very fast, so it's very easy to do. Things that are more difficult for Air Raider to throw is the artillery strikes. However, they're not too bad. So these are very useful, of course, because they bomb right below you. And using something like this one, the Cannon DZ rather, has a lot of damage, and it's got a decent blast radius. Of course, any of the artilleries like this one, 160 meters, pretty crazy. Those are always fun to do as well. You can also do the stationary turrets, but they're a little bit more challenging this time around because of the way the animation is. He throws them like further out in front of him, so it takes a little bit longer. So I'll show how you can throw those in the helicopter as well. And I believe that is pretty much. I mean, you can use some of these other fast shooting satellite blasters and sprite falls, but you need one that shoots very fast, and you have to be falling from your helicopter for a while, so a little bit more challenging, but it is possible to do. See, I believe that's everything. I mean, of course, you can use your what's it called, the Olympic guns, but that's not really too useful from a helicopter. You also can use your laser from your helicopter to line up some of these beacon shots as well, like the 150 or the, not the 150, that wouldn't be very useful. It'd probably be better to use like a 105 or a the ones that shoot like a machine gun that has like 150 shots, like this one. You can use that, like if, say for example, if you have a queen ant that's being distracted by another teammate, or a Guinness or something like that, you can just use your laser to line up and then pop out, shoot them, and pop back in, and hopefully you don't hit your helicopter blade. But it is possible to do that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started and actually take some of these out and mess around with these. I'm going to start with Ranger and take out these bombs first here, so let's go ahead and get started on this. Alright, so this time around Ranger gets a pretty cool looking black helicopter. So the first thing is, when I drop something from a helicopter, the most important thing is you want to make sure you're standing still, as far as you're not moving left, right, or forward or backwards, because if you're trying to drop bombs with enemies below you, any mistake you make, of course, is going to be death. So you want to definitely be careful. It's better to be slow than to do it fast, because you have enough fuel in these helicopters. I've never really had issues with too little fuel, so that's pretty good. So what you want to do is, at least the easiest way I found to do it is, you just want to practice doing a quick circle trigger circle to drop these things. Just do like one at a time. Like, don't try and do multiple bombs at one time. Just do 3-round bursts. Just circle trigger circle, and then stop. Hold the trigger down a little bit again for gas, and then do it again. Take as much time until you feel comfortable with it, so you don't fall, which is very important. And then, of course, for some reason, it's harder for me, I don't know why, but harder for me to change weapons in midair. Like, it's harder for me to hit circle R1 circle than it is to hit circle R2 circle. I'm not sure why that is, but anyway, so just better to take it slow than to fall. So, and then, of course, when you want to set them off, it's a circle L1 circle. And you want to constantly be, making sure you have gas. Placing your finger on the gas so you're always, not falling down too low. But it's pretty simple to do the bombs. I'd say that's the easiest thing to start with if you're just trying this out. And the same with the impulses as well. It's really simple to throw them because they're very fast animation. So, and then as far as when you want to reload, the easiest way to reload is just hit the circle button really fast, and then that'll reload the fastest. And I'll hold L1 as well while I'm doing this, so that I'm still applying gas to the helicopter. And then once you want to stop doing this, you just want to start slowing down a little bit, so you know where you're at. Because sometimes it's hard to know where know exactly when to stop if you're in the helicopter or out of it. So just just start out fast and then slow down, and then it's easier to wrap your mind around it. But yeah, it's pretty simple to drop those two things. So. And I would say the C-70 bombs are probably the most useful, because, man, they're so strong this time, and the blast radius is ridiculous. So now let's move on to grenade launchers here. Alright, so for grenade launchers, I have the Stampede, and I have this other one that shoots, has like a 10-second timer on it. This thing does 20,000 damage. They bounce. Hopefully I didn't have one near me. But anyway, let's go ahead and take this up in the air. For the grenade launchers, it might be a little bit helpful to actually increase your sensitivity to 300, because what you're going to do is you're going to be aiming downward before you even exit the helicopter, and then that way when you do exit the helicopter, you'll start aiming downward, and then as you shoot, it'll be more below you than in front of you, because you don't want to shoot way in front of you, unless of course there's enemies being distracted in front of you, but usually they're going to be below you. So if I just shoot without looking down, and it's going to be in front of me, and I'm going to probably miss a lot of enemies, unless, like I said, there's distraction. But if you hold down the left analog, or the right analog stick rather, so you're aiming down when you come out, then it'll be a lot better when you do actually shoot it. I need to reload, I forgot about that. But like I said, increased sensitivity could make this a lot easier to shoot below you, because ultimately you want to shoot below you. Alright, let's go back up a little bit here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my left hand. I'm gonna reach over and hold down on the left analog or the right analog stick and hold it so it's aiming down. And then as I leave, I'll just hit circle, trigger, circle again. Let me make sure I'm holding still here. Okay. And it's a little bit lower. Let me go ahead and change my sensitivity now to 300 and see how low I can get this thing to shoot. Alright. Let me do it one more time here. You can kind of aim it down a little bit, because you can. The more your helicopter falls, the more time you have to look down. So that's also, as you can see, as the helicopter's falling, I'm actually getting a lot. You can see I'm actually getting above my helicopter because the helicopter is dropping faster than I am. So that's makes it a little bit easier to have more time in the air if you need to fall. Of course, you want to be higher up in the air if you're falling because you don't want to get too low to the enemy, or they'll be able to shoot you. Let me go ahead and switch my sensitivity to 300 and see how well I can do with that. Alright. Alright, now I'm going to reach over and hold down again. I'll wait till the helicopter starts to drop a little bit so I have more time to shoot down. Yeah, there you go. You can shoot almost straight down right there if you have the sensitivity up pretty high. So I think it does make it easier. I hate changing my sensitivity because I always have to, remember to change it back, but it definitely helps for the grenade launchers. Yeah, you can almost shoot completely down with that. So yeah, works pretty good with grenade launchers. Kind of useful. The Stampede's kind of fun to use, of course, in the air. But the other grenades. Let me go ahead and use my other grenade too while I'm here. Switch weapons here, because everyone has a 10-second detonation. Because if you use the ones that are timed like 4 seconds, you're not. I don't think it's going to be enough time. It might be enough time to get to the ground, but it's a little bit iffy. I'd almost rather use the Stampede, but let me try it with the bouncing grenades. Yeah, the problem is, yeah, they bounce. Whoa, those bounce way too much. That would hit nothing. Maybe the 4-second would be fine, but yeah, you can use pretty much any of the grenade launchers as well. So messing around with those, like I said, I had a lot of issues with throwing the grenades. It seems like when you're playing offline, there's no lag, so it's a lot easier to, or actually, I find it actually a lot harder to throw things from the helicopter because you need to be faster. Whereas when you're online, it seems like there's more latency, and it's easier to do these things in the air. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Let's move on to Air Raider now and take some of those out. I'm going to take the KM6X4, I'll take the artillery strike, and I'm going to take, let's take the turrets out as well. Try these out. They're really challenging this time around. Of course, they were challenging before in the previous game to drop the turrets, but I feel like they're a little bit harder this time around because the animations changed. So, but what I found helpful with dropping air raids from the helicopter is for the bombing plans. I find it easiest to at least when you're online to hit the circle button and then double tap the trigger and then hit the circle button again. So it's a little bit harder because you have to be faster, but what I found is if I just do circle, trigger, circle, at least when I play online, it doesn't always drop it. So if you're having issues with it, if you try circle, trigger, circle first, but if you're having issues with it and it seems like it's not dropping for you, then try circle, trigger, trigger, circle, and usually that'll always make it land for me online when I'm playing online with other people. And as far as the other one, the artillery strike, well, I'll do the strafe plane here first. They always appreciate when you thank them when they come by. You know, sometimes they don't get enough gratitude for what they do, dropping these vehicles off in the middle of war. Alrighty, so I'm gonna fly up a little bit higher here. So as I was playing offline here, I noticed that just hitting circle trigger circle. Let me see. Do I? Yeah, the KM6. Oh, I guess it isn't working for me on offline here. Circle trigger circle. So yeah, I did circle trigger circle, and it always worked for me. So with the bombing plans, of course, you want to be higher than the actual bombing plane itself when you're dropping. So I should have went a little higher than that. But you can get above the plane, so you don't have to worry about getting hit. But like I said, circle trigger circle always works for me really well. So it's just a little bit tougher to do, but you know, once you get used to it, it's very useful to use those kind of air raids from the air. All right, so that's the plan. That's the bombing plan. Let me switch to the artillery. The howitzer, the artillery ones are a little bit harder to do. What you have to do is you have to go really high, and then you want to wait till your helicopter starts descending, so you have more time. So right now I let go of the trigger, so I should be descending a little bit. And as you start to get out of your helicopter, you'll notice where you are in the air. Like you'll notice when the helicopter is falling. Like right now, the helicopter is not really falling yet, because my body is not higher than the helicopter. Now as it's starting to fall, you'll see that I have more time in the air here as I get out. And that's the secret. You want to have more time in the air so you can throw it, and there you go. As I had, since my body was higher than the helicopter, I had enough time to throw it and then get back in before I would fall, of course. So you just have to wait, you know, about 15-20 seconds until you're actually falling, and then it's easier to throw the howitzers. So, and those are, like I said, very fun to throw from the helicopter because they are right below you, so it's easy to hit everything. So let's go ahead and switch to the turret guns. These are the hardest thing to do. I'm gonna make sure I'm falling really far before I throw these. So, like I said, I can test by getting out of the helicopter. See, right now I'm really falling, so I have time to throw it. But it's, like I said, it's very hard, as you can see. Like right there, I waited too long there and actually fell out. But I don't know. I find that I have a very difficult time throwing the turrets this time around. So I'm not sure how often I'll be trying to do it, honestly. But it is possible to do. It almost feels like you need to drop one at a time, and then once you drop one, you have to go back up in the air, start to fall again, drop the other one, because I had to find that sweet spot of when I could drop it, and then, you know, I waited too long, and then all of a sudden I was too high, and I was actually into the blades. So yeah, that'll stay on the blade there. That's no big deal. All right, I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, I'm not falling yet. You can kind of tell when you're falling, like you can see the blades slow down, and then you can see, like right now, the blades are slowing down. Yeah, there you go. It's like there's a sweet spot, but if you wait too long, then you have to go back up in the air and do it again. But it is possible to do. It's just not easy to do. It's not even hitting me on the blade. I'm surprised, because you definitely can hurt yourself when you have your guns on the blade. But all right, so I'm gonna throw my strafe plane again here. Yeah, I had to double tap trigger again, so that's definitely a safe way to do it. And then, do I have another howitzer? I do. Okay. Throw one more howitzer. And then with the howitzer, I have to wait a little bit longer here until I'm falling. Usually, when you start getting above your helicopter, you can throw the howitzer just a little bit above the helicopter. Like right here, it's probably good enough. There we go. I think the planes for the bombing plan are actually higher than the strafe plan. I'm not sure. if you can get above them, honestly. I don't know if I've ever really looked. Of course, you can always move. It's such a huge blast. Alright, so now let me take one more thing out and that'll be it. And that'll be the... Let me take the beacons so you can beacon yourself in midair for power. I think power is the most useful one. Let's see. Yeah, they changed the color. Like they used, I thought the color of the guns used to indicate what they were. Like this is power, and the reason I know it's power is because it's surrounded by the red one, the red tubes. Whereas, you know, defense is surrounded by the orange one. So I know even though it's gray, I know it's defense. So that's something that's helped me to figure out what it is. So I'll take that. I'll take one of these as well. 105, and then I think that was everything else I wanted to show. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and take these out. Alright, as far as the beacons go, the best way I've been able to find consistently to do it is to increase your sensitivity to 300 here. So that you can actually swivel fast enough to actually hit the helicopter while you're in the air. So you can either hold up, hold the right analog up, so you're looking up and try and shoot the blades, or you can try and hop out of the helicopter, hold right, and then try and shoot the side of the body of the helicopter as well. So they're both kind of tough to do, but let me go ahead and reload here. Right there, you can kind of spin while you're in the air and hit the helicopter and then fight. It's a little bit tough, but it is possible to do. I was able to hit the blade there too as well. Like I said, it does seem a little easier when you're playing online though compared to offline, but because offline it's might get you really fast with your inputs, but yeah, it is possible to hit it and swivel. But as far as being able to throw a helicopter, it is possible to throw another helicopter while you're in the air with the air raider. It's very quick. You just hit circle X circle, and it throws very fast. So it's very simple to do. So that's definitely very convenient. As far as the actual other beacon gun, you can kind of use your laser to guide where you're going to shoot the beacon, and then just pop out and shoot. Of course, sometimes you actually do hit yourself, so you have to be careful. But it is possible to. Let me go ahead and reload this thing. Actually, I actually don't need to. I hit myself again. It's funny how easy it is to hit the side of your helicopter with that thing, but with the other power, it's not. There we go. It's a little tricky to do, but it is possible to do it. I'm still not the greatest at it because I haven't practiced too much at it, but I do know it's possible to do. I definitely need to get better at it though. It's actually best to be on the... It looks like it's best to be on the level with it, because obviously where you're actually aiming is, like, if I'm pushing down, I'm not gonna be aiming down like that when I get out of the helicopter. I need to just make sure I'm level and not moving, and then get out and shoot it, and then it'll shoot where my laser is at, like right there. So it's actually, you have to get a little bit lower if I'm hitting something lower to the ground. But usually you're gonna be using this on like a Queen Wasp or something, or I mean a Queen Wasp possibly, but Queen Ant or Guinness or something like that. There, I was able to hit that frog right there. But yeah, something else you can do. Obviously, with practice you get a lot better, but I'm not sure how practical it'll be necessarily in a lot of situations, but it's just something cool you can do though, at least. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to show with the helicopters. Of course, there's more things you can do as far as grenades and grenade launchers and stuff like that, but like I did try and shoot that large fireball as well, but you have to have, like I said, sensitivity to 300, and you can shoot straight down, and then lead a bunch of ants into it. But it seems like the Stampede is more useful, it seems, because if you hit a fireball on an enemy and the enemy dies, and the fireball's gone, and you have a 20-second reload, so you'll be mashing the circle button for 20 seconds or more before you can actually reload it again. So yeah, it's not too useful, I don't think, or as much. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next video.